And what's going on? My name is Greg Gale, coming at you from Omaha, Nebraska. I'm starting a new video journal series about some new ventures that are coming up in my life here in the near future. Starting September 8th, next Tuesday, I will actually be going back to school. You might be wondering, why is this relevant? Why is it newsworthy? Well, fact of it is, I'm 32 years old. I have been working in the real world for about 8 years now, and the last time I legitimately stepped inside a classroom was December of 2007. So it's safe to say that I'm not a traditional type student anymore. I was actually enrolled in the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Got my Bachelor of Arts degree, majoring in English and minoring in Film Studies. And since then, like I said, I've been working in the real world, but on the side, I've been meeting with a couple of my buddies, doing film script writing and just talking about movies and things like that. And about 2010, we had came up with this crazy idea to pool together some money and buy ourselves some film equipment. So we got some recommendations. We went out, we purchased the cameras, the editing computer software, lighting, and different things like that, so that we could take these scripts and bring them to life, basically. And it was about that point that I really discovered a love for video production. During that time, while we were shooting these films, obviously none of us had any prior knowledge on camera work or editing and things like that. I kind of took it upon myself to really go through and learn the ins and outs of making films. We made a couple of short films. We even took a risk and ventured into a feature-long film, which I can't say it was good, I can't say it was bad. It was definitely a learning experience, but we went out there and we did it. And it was during this time where I was going through what I call YouTube University and looking at tutorial videos on YouTube to figure out different how to do different camera angles or how to do different editing techniques. It was during this time that I really discovered a true passion and fire for video creation and video production. A couple years later, about 2012, I was asked by a friend to shoot a wedding video for a friend of hers, and I stepped up. I'm always up for a challenge, and I stepped up and I shot the video for him, and it actually turned out pretty good from what I had gathered. And I kind of created this small business inadvertently of shooting wedding videos and doing receptions and ceremonies, and actually I had a couple corporate videos that I've done as well that have come in as of referrals from people that I've worked with. So it's a very growing business from where I've started from. I've always felt that I've had a gap in my knowledge base in video production. I've always run into frustrating issues of how to do certain editing things, or why certain formats won't work with a certain type of editing software or computer, or just little things like that. And it's getting to a point where you don't if you don't know what the problem is, you don't know how to solve it. And I kind of ran out of looking at YouTube videos and trying to figure out, why might this be happening? Why isn't my video doing what I want it to do? And about a year and a half ago, I discovered that a community college here in Omaha offers a video production program. And so I thought, if I want to try and increase this business or progress in this business that I've created for myself, then I probably need to go back to square one and fill in the gaps that I have come across in the self-teachings that I've been going through. So I took it upon myself and I threw myself into the deep end. And like I said, next Tuesday I am going back to school. So The whole purpose of this video journal is to kind of put myself out there a little bit more into the internet community. I've always been more of a behind the camera, behind the computer screen type person, and I feel like if I want to truly succeed in video production, I really need to be familiar with how both ends of the camera work, being on camera or being behind the camera as well. And so I thought this would be kind of a fun little intro venture to really, like I said, put myself out there, bring people along with me on this experience. You know, maybe there's some people out there who are my age, maybe older, and they're thinking, am I too old to go back to school? Am I too old to really go in and learn a whole new set of information that I haven't ever found relevant in the past? You know, I'm here to tell you I felt that exact same way, and life's too short. You know, it's one of those things where if you've got something, if you've got a fire and you've got a passion for something that you want to do, and you've got the ability, and you can find a way to get out there and do it and pay for classes, or you know, just even meeting with somebody who's in the field and just picking their brain and interviewing them, go out there and do it. You know, there's too many things and too many reasons to put things off that sound like a great idea, and you don't want to do it. I've been in those shoes, man. I've been there, and this is probably one of the first times that I've really stepped out and said, you know what, I'm going to do something to help myself. I want to put fuel to that fire that I've got burning inside me, and you know, here I am. I'm going back to school. I'm nervous. I'm anxious. I'm excited. Hope nobody steals my lunch money or anything. I'm just messing, but you know, it's just one of those things. If you got something that's inspiring you, you got something that you want to do, step out and do it. And you know, that's kind of the purpose of this. Is I want to bring you along on my adventure of going back to school as a 32-year-old, being nearly a decade removed, and I'm here. I'm doing it. So. You know, my plan right now is after each class, I will set up a video where I kind of explain, you know, what we went through in that class, and I might be able to show you some different techniques that we learned or things like that. But really, it's mostly me just putting myself out there and trying to step outside of my 9 dots and be be an inspiration for myself, maybe be an inspiration for somebody else out there who is, you know, looking for that kick in the butt to just go out and do something. So that's my plan. I do hope you come along and enjoy this adventure and this journey with me, and I'll try not to disappoint and keep it interesting. So I look forward to seeing you next time.